What inspires change? What motivates us? It's what's inside that moves us. What moves you? Get the Scion story at Scion.com.
This bill is filled with empty promises, and that's empty promises to our retirees about their COLA, empty promises to our employees about their pay raises, empty promises to our taxpayers about their tax refunds.
The governor's deputy press secretary, Phil Leon Guerrero, says that the governor will veto the budget bill immediately because it appropriates funding that isn't there. But Appropriations Chairman Senator Ben Pangilinan says he has identified funding.
The governor said he wanted to pay hay. And so the legislature, myself as Committee on Appropriations, worked with my colleagues to try and find a way to pay hay. And we were able to do that by compromising on the set aside for tax refunds.
The governor wanted to set aside $113 million for tax refunds. Senator Pangilinan wanted to set aside $129 million. But in this latest version of the budget, he compromised and set aside $120 million for tax refunds. He says this freed up $9 million that could be used to pay for hay raises, along with an additional $9 million in Section 30 funding that could be used to fund the full restoration of COLA.
The governor is in favor of paying for those things, paying for the hay raises, paying for the COLA. It's just a matter of how much can the government afford. Realistically, we may not be able to afford full implementation of the hay plan and full restoration of the COLA at the same time.
Instead, the governor is proposing a phased-in implementation of the hay raises and a partial restoration of COLA to $1,400 instead of $1,800. Although he's adamant that he's identified the funding for both hay and COLA, Senator Pangilinan says that his bill doesn't prevent the governor from phasing in hay raises or partially restoring the COLA.
It doesn't mandate that he implement COLA at 100%, but it certainly provides, additional resources for the implementation of COLA as determined by the governor and as adopted by a hay plan that he would submit to the legislature. The way that the hay plan is required here is he can do a partial implementation, but he has to implement it so that it covers every government employee that is covered by the unified pay scale, which means he can't exclude judiciary or DOE like he did with the 91 merit bonus payments. And maybe that's what he's objecting to really in this, is that he wants to be able to do it the way he wants to and not do it fairly as what will be required in this bill.
Meanwhile, GovGuam retirees were at the legislature in full force today. Former Senator and GovGuam retiree Ted Nelson says they will stay at the legislature until a budget bill is passed into law that fully funds their COLA payments.
We just want justice, and I believe that the governor and the senator should work together. I'm pretty sure they can work this thing out. Get rid of the political implication and think what is best for the active employees, for the retirees and survivors. I think it could be done.